Welcome to my garden. I'm Sam, and on Chapters with Sam, I love to talk about books. And today I'm only talking about one book, The Spellshop by Sarah Beth Durst. It is a truly fun book that I absolutely enjoyed, and I can't wait to give you guys my take on it. So come on into my garden and let's talk about The Spellshop. I wasn't quite sure what to expect from this book, but I really enjoyed it. I picked it up because of the purple edges. It's my favorite color. And it was on a table by itself. It was Barnes and Noble's book of the month for June, which is great because in July, which is when I should be posting this video, there is a prequel, The Enchanted Garden, that I'm very excited for after reading this book. But this book, The Spell Shop, is wonderful. So let's talk about my expectations versus what actually happens in the book. This is only the second cozy fantasy that I have ever read. I really enjoyed The House on the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. If you're interested in hearing more of my thoughts on that one, then I'll link the video for my June wrap up right over here. But The Spell Shop really caught me by surprise. I was expecting just a quick, cozy, light breeze through, but I really emotionally connected to the main character, Keela, way more than I could possibly expect. She's a bit of a hermit, and she pretty much doesn't talk to anybody except her friend and assistant, Kaz, who is actually a sentient spider plant. And if I could have a sentient spider plant friend, I would absolutely adore that. However, I really didn't expect much from the spell shop. I even chose not to annotate it because I didn't want to dig that far deep into things. I wanted it to be my easy read. And it really took me by surprise emotionally. I absolutely connected to the main character, Kyla, and she starts out as a librarian in a magic library where things are kept really secret. So I'm sure they love that she's a hermit in this empire. She has to flee her library and she goes back to the island where she was born and winds up using magic there to help the island, which is not doing very well on its own. It's a really cute story. She finds a love interest who is very sweet and strong and offers to build her bookshelves, which swoon. So I didn't expect it to pull me in quite as emotionally as it did, and I definitely didn't expect it to be something that I couldn't put down, but it was. I thoroughly enjoyed this book. So let's dig a little bit deeper into why. Okay, let's talk about the main plot. Keela is a librarian, and the library that belongs to the Empire is burning down, and she has to take as many books as possible away to keep them safe because she feels that is her most sacred duty. So she takes the book away with her assistant, Kaz, who happens to be a spider plant, and they go off, not sure what to do, wind up going to her hometown. And in her hometown, which is on a small island, she wants to try to be secret and safe, but it doesn't work out that way. So the whole town knows she's there, and she winds up branching out and having human relationships as well as relationships with plants and books. And it's just a very wonderful story with found family and sentient spider plant vibes. Keela starts a jam shop, but it's really a cover for magic that can help people in the town because the town has not been doing very well in the past few years. So she really wants to help all these people who have been so kind to her. So she starts a jam shop and she does make jam and sell it, but to people who are nice, she offers tree healing remedies where you plant something near a tree and it helps the tree come back to life. And she really tries to make a difference in the town without getting herself killed for doing magic. And that's pretty much the premise. There's a love interest, Lauren, who is a wonderful man, very kind and sweet. And There is a bit of a twist at the ending. It was definitely unexpected. The ending was absolutely not what I was anticipating while reading the book. Here are what I consider the strengths and the weaknesses of this book. Strengths, I absolutely adore the characters. Gila has great character development as the book progresses, as well as Kaz. I love that there's more to this universe. I'm really excited for the prequel. I can't wait to find out how Kaz was born. She does a great job of making the world feel magical and whimsical while still having a grounded reality feeling to it as well. So those are the strengths. The weaknesses could be cozy fantasy really doesn't have as high stakes as I'm used to, but she did a magnificent job of tugging my emotions back and forth with the plot and leading to a great climax. I am very much looking forward to her next book. What I loved about the book most was Keela and her attitude towards other people because it honestly uh, felt a lot very similar to how I usually feel about talking to other people as well. She is definitely an introvert, bordering on hermit. No, she's definitely a hermit. My favorite parts of this book, aside from the main character, which I've already talked about a bit, mostly I loved how visual the book is. It really sparked my imagination. I was able to truly see a lot of the scenery and what was happening in the book, which is not something that I actually have on a normal basis. I usually don't see it playing like a movie in my head, and I'm jealous of people that can do that. So it was really cool for that to happen to me. So it's very vivid descriptions and scenery that really painted a picture for me. That was awesome. I also love the variety of the shapes that characters take in the book. The librarian's human. Kaz is a spider plant. We actually get another sentient plant that comes along eventually. Lauren, the love interest, is human, but some of her friends aren't. One of them is a centaur, and another one has 6 arms, I believe it is. And so it's really interesting to see the descriptions of all of these types of beings in this world. So those are my favorite things about the book. I also liked the characters, the side characters. Kaz is an anxious, sentient spider plant, and he is just so adorable. Sometimes he runs and hides, but he gets stronger over time. So cute and fun. I'm probably going to buy a spider plant and name it Kaz for my indoor setup once I have to move in due to weather. Her love interest, Lauren, is also great. I haven't had a fictional crush in a long time, but any guy who offers to build bookshelves once he knows how many books you have is just the sweetest guy on earth, and he needs to be protected. I'm going to give it a 4.5 stars out of 5. I really, really enjoyed this book. When you round up on Goodreads, there'll be a 5, and it absolutely deserves it. No notes. So thank you so much for hanging out with me in my garden today. If you're still here, please like and subscribe. It'll really help my channel. And I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye.